There is a long tradition of outstanding African storytellers, past and present, that warm hearts and change lives. The continent's literary giants have brought to light for readers worldwide the challenges and triumphs of the African people. The world knows Nigerian Chinua Achebe's first novel best. Things Fall Apart is the most widely read book in modern African literature. Achebe died in 2013 at 82. Another noted Nigerian author is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Her work, Half a Yellow Sun, is about a former secessionist state in southeastern Nigeria and its struggle to establish an independent republic. It's also a love story that's been made into a movie.
I knew Okonji. He was a friend of my father's.
BBC is calling it an Igbo coup. And they have a point.
Osman Sembene, a Senegalese writer, sometimes called the father of African film, died in 2007.
I don't know who is the number one between Chinua and Ewore Soyinka, but they are all incredible writers.
80-year-old playwright Wole Soyinka won the 1986 Nobel Prize for Literature. He's still speaking out.
And those who refuse to bow to popular will, who continue to treat, to describe and regard their own peoples as being inferior to themselves or their petty clans, I'm afraid we'll confront the same nature of violence as we've witnessed in the Arab world.
Despite many talented and successful Africans telling African stories, there are growing concerns about a possible decline of African literature. Declining publishing and book sales and fewer young readers are blamed in part on the digital revolution, poverty, and minimal improvement in literacy rates in many parts of sub-Saharan Africa. 35-year-old Eric Shigongo.
I agree that it's difficult. It's kind of difficult for an African author to sell millions of copies. They have to make sure they market their books. Secondly, they have to write stories that actually match with the culture and tradition of the African people. If we want to sell more, we must observe what I've just said. Market your book, lift the language barriers, and then make sure you write a good story.
His were difficult beginnings in Tanzania, but today he is a successful author and much more.
I was born very poor, humiliated, intimidated, called all the bad names. But one day I said, no, this is not my name. I'm going to pursue my dreams. I'm going to search for exact definition of me.
He's an admired motivational speaker, sharing his story from poverty to success and encouraging others to dream and succeed as he has. Shigongo is also a media owner, publishing newspapers and books in Tanzania. Profits from his global publishing group finance health needs, an educational fund, and help poor young Tanzanians achieve their dreams.
My message to them is, let's just change the attitude and the way we look about our continent. Let's not look at our continent negatively. Must find a problem and solve it. Because in Africa, there are so many problems. Therefore, there are so many businesses. The only thing is for us to change our perception towards Africa and look at those problems and see them as businesses and find solutions.
The rise of Eric James Shigongo is living proof that humble beginnings need not hold anyone back, and that the African literature tradition survives. Paul Sisco, VOA News.